I am
first
turned
trailer was
off for
good.
anything DC at this point.
Yeah, because they're not consistent with, one, the actors for the roles, two,
No, that's fine. I can have different takes on
no,
different characters.
but you can't have it every
You
single
don't
movie.
need to
You need to have at least
You
like
don't need to
3
start,
movies.
Okay, I'm starting the entire universe like Marvel. You can have different fucking stories.
Like they tried that. They
No,
failed.
no. I get that, right? I get that. You can have that, right? But only if they've said that it's a multiverse thing. They haven't
Why
stated
does that
that
be a multiverse
because it doesn't make
thing?
sense. Like to have Ben
No,
Affleck.
it doesn't make sense that you're assuming that DC is going to be one continuous universe. Like
No,
Marvel.
no. That's not like what I said. Is they can have different actors, but have it though that it runs like it's a multiverse thing. Don't
Why
have
does
it
it have to be a
because why would you have right? Let's
So
say for
you
example,
don't like the new Joker movie because they didn't say it's in the multiverse.
no, I could get behind that because I didn't like Jared Leto's.
I think
I
Jared
think-
Leto's
I-
the
I
best
think-
he
I
could
think-
do with what he did.
I think what like the way I look at it, I get rid of Jared Leto's like Joker altogether.
I think they should
completely
just
get rid
straight
of
up
it.
do it like they do the animated movies. They're just completely different. They're just adaptations of different.
Yeah, but you
comic
can't.
book.
Yeah, but you can't get enough people to follow that train. People like consistency. They like a storyline. They
Yeah,
like
because
to
of
see.
Marvel.
No, but it's not. It's because of like if you look at any movie, they like a storyline. People critique movies
Why are there
based on the
15,000
storyline
reboots?
because they can't get it right. That's the thing. Marvel get it right. They have gotten it right. If DC had have done multiverse stuff where and stated that this is a multiverse like a universe.
They don't have to state.
Yes, they do. They or will no, not come out and say it, but they gotta they gotta show it in the movie.
Adaptation of a different thing. This
No.
is not connected.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, even say that, or even show it in a movie or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I was to start DC off right here, right now, I would show the multiverse being made. Kind of show a few actors.
No, I wouldn't have anything with the multiverse.
I
at
would
all.
100%. I would
No,
show
it
the
doesn't
multiverse.
have to be connected in any way.
Well, it doesn't make sense to just come out with a movie, call it Batman, blah, 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 whatever you want to put at the end of it, and then it's a completely different actor than Ben Affleck. That's like having Superman 1, Henry Cavill, Superman 2, you go and get Chris Evans to be Superman and Superman 2 and just have a different name. Do you know what I mean? Makes no
upcoming
sense.
Batman movie, the upcoming Batman movie isn't going to be in the continuity. It's a completely standalone solo movie. Same thing as Joker. It's not in the continuity of the current DCEU or the same continuity that Wonder Woman is in.
Yes, and do you want to know why that is? Because they're probably going to end up either dropping Wonder Woman and doing the exact same thing there. And what they're doing with the whole Joker and the Superman is that they're rebooting the whole thing. They're getting rid of the old actors. Joker, do you think the Joker and the Superman that they're going to do will have a connection at all?
No.
Or even the Batman that they're going to do, that they might have a connection?
Because then they're just going to make the same mistake again.
No.
Well, I could get behind if they...
Warner Brothers are doing exactly what Universal are doing, because Universal are trying to launch that Monsters universe, and they failed because they released The Mummy. It lost them quite a bit of money, so they went back to the drawing table. They made The Invisible Man, brilliant standalone movie film that will not connect to anything that they have coming up in the future. That's what Warner Brothers are doing exactly at the minute. They made The Joker. It made over $1 billion at the box office. It connected to nothing, just purely made money off the Joker name and Joaquin Phoenix being such a great actor, and just the content of that movie itself. And
I can see that.
Controversial, and people thinking it would encourage violence among society, which was a whole load of crap.
Right. But see, your issue with that
is going to be great.
But your issue with that is that your chart for income for movies is going. It's not. Whereas for Marvel, it's kind of, and then levels out, and then it hops depending on the movie. If it's a Spider-Man one over the Black Widow one, do you know what I mean? For a business, that doesn't make sense.
Companies work is if your chart doesn't go like that, you're a failure.
Yeah, but I like.
If you don't make more
Warner
money
Brothers
in
are
the
doing
next
what
quarter,
others
you're a
are
failure.
making
Yeah.
a bunch. They're
But
making
Marvel
a
is sat
bunch
fine
of
because they're like
standalone films
theirs
now.
is like just small little. It's not like DC's where it's like. We're all right. So we done a Superman last year. Chris Evans was Superman last year first. Let's get Chris Hemsworth in Superman this year, and have no connection to anything whatsoever. Let's get a few Jokers in there. Let's get a few Batmans in there. Completely different actors as well. Let's just make everybody like go and watch this movie just based on we've got Joker, we've got Batman, we've got Superman. They don't know who the fuck each other are. We're gonna have to start it up again as to how they know each other. You've got nothing there. You can't base a storyline every time, or you can't.
Issue is like you apparently need an origin story for everything.
No, my issue is
I'm
fine with watching Spider-Man. Tom Holland's one and not having the origin story. I'm fine with that.
And then why do you need a section where I don't know
because
who this
he
is,
fits
I don't know who this
because
is
he
anymore.
fits he fits with.
He doesn't.
What do you mean? He fits in with
He doesn't
everything
have an
else
origin
Marvel.
story. We don't know
No,
who he is.
yes we do because we know Spider-Man's origin story.
Yeah, we've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, so that's how we know it.
But we've seen like 15,000 different origin stories for every other character. How do we know who they are? But we don't have Tom Holland's origin story.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the Superman and Batman won't fucking fit. Like how? Like but
they've
they're-
had 3 different origin stories. That's your case for Spider-Man.
We don't have to worry about that though, because
Like,
they're
nobody
not
cares.
going to be
You
making
don't
Robert
need an origin story.
Batman interact with Superman.
You can introduce a character as
Batman
is,
gonna
as
be
it
a
is.
separate
It's fine.
solo. Like if you've seen the pictures that they have been releasing for the Batman, it's going to be very, very grounded in reality film. I can tell you that much. Just judging from the Batsuit and the Batmobile itself, which is just a modified, normal existing car compared to the previous
just give us back
Batmobiles
the
that have all just been
campy Adam West
were
one.
made out of nothing.
I'm gonna have to disagree here. I feel like if they were to get rid of all the actors that have been chosen at the minute and basically start off fresh and just do that every year in and out new actors for the same role, for a Batman, for a Superman and stuff like that, you can't, like, unless they state that it's a multiverse thing. What's the point in going to see it? In just going to see, how does Batman defeat Joker this time? Like, I want to feel something for the characters. I want to build that that feeling towards a character like I have with Spider-Man when I was a kid. Like, now I really love the Spider-Man like movies because of that. Because the 3 movies had the same actors in it. They followed a storyline from start to end. It took me with it. I waited every year for the next one.
Here's the new Batman trilogy.
But that's what I said. That's what I was saying from the start. Like, you don't need to do the origin story, but you gotta have consistency. You gotta have the same actors. You gotta have, the same universe or same world. You know what I mean?
No, you can have one movie take, this is this storyline, and that's standalone.
Yeah, no, I get that. For example, right, you can have Batman.
So what the hell are we arguing about?
No. Like,
you're saying that's not possible because everything needs to be consistent with everything.
Well, yes, if they have a one. No, but if you're gonna have a Batman, right? If you're gonna have a Batman, and you're gonna have a Wonder Woman, and you're gonna have a Superman, right? Let's say, for example, right, they all come out in the same year. They're gonna need to be connected, or they could have their own.
Really?
They could have.
Need to be connected.
Why do they need to be connected?
Right, they can have their own movie.
You have 3 different
If they're
comic
going to
books of
continue
Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. They're not exactly directly
not.
connected.
They're not in the same universe anymore. Like,
You
they're
have
made
3
back-
different comics running different characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have an Avengers comic book that runs the same characters, but they're different.
Like
I
going
don't get
forward.
I don't know what's the bar for movies there.
Right. So can I say how I would do it? Right. If you were to do it, if you were to do,
say your point, and then we're going to move on to the next point.
If you were to
This
do
is ridiculous.
if you were to do like Superman, right, and only do 3 movies with an actor for Superman, right?
Right.
Through them 3 movies, they would need to be connected. Yes?
Oh yeah, those,
Do we agree with that?
it's one storyline.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
that's what I'm
you
saying.
make a sequel with a different actor.
If they're staying with the same storyline, in the same universe, they're gonna keep the same actors.
But no,
Warner Brothers are going off separately and making their own stuff now.
Yeah,
If
but
you're making standalone stuff. Fine, who cares?
Right, but I'm not finished. So my point, also to do with my point is that you can't have another Superman movie that year with a completely different actor. Wait.
Timelines in the same year.
Wait. Just give me a second. I'm not. Can you? I wasn't done. You can't have another one without somehow stating you're doing a multiverse. Like, it makes no sense. Like, it does not make sense to have a Superman movie come out in March and then a Superman movie come out in October, completely two different actors, and do different storylines without stating that, right, this one's from this world and this one's from this world.
I can see a point.
What did they say about this?
Whereas if they done that,
they're not going to do it.
The way they could do it is have World 1 movies, World 2 movies, World 3, World 4, or World 99 or World 1000, whichever world they decide to pull from the comics.
Like, they could do that.
Then I could jump on board.
Do a PSA.
It's too confusing for viewers. It's too confusing for the general.
No, that's not. What's confusing is doing a movie, then changing the actor and doing another movie with the same character, and then changing that again the next year and doing another movie. That's completely fucked up. That is stupid.
Because you expect Marvel shit. You expect one continuous thing.
No, I don't.
For some reason.
Take it from any other movie then. Any other movie that's not Marvel. Let's go, for example, that had to A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place has a story with the same characters. It's not Marvel. They didn't change any of the actors in A Quiet Place 2, did they?
Okay.
No, because that's the direct sequel.
No. Well, there you go. That's my point.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
So
from this.
Oh
we can
my
go back and
God.
forth on this all night. We can go back and forth on this all night, but we're going to.
Okay,
move
if they
on.
make a second Superman movie for next year,
We're going to move on. We're going to move on.
what is the fucking? What's the next fucking thing?
Okay, we're going to move on. Like, we're not going to go do individual movies. I'm just going to list a
Christ.
bunch of movies, and you can say which one you're looking forward to the most. Okay. So the next.
You
bunch of
okay,
movies-
Nitty?
Yeah, I
Also-
would be confused if they released a movie called Superman, and then they released a movie called Superman 2 with a completely different storyline. Yes, I'd be confused.
No.
But they're not doing that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But how do you Alex, explain your vision. How do you think, like, explain to me, right, what way you would, like, what way your vision for DC would be different to mine? As in storyline, like, continuity, like, throughout, like, 3 or 4 movies, like, or throughout, like, a 10-year period.
I feel like, Nathan, you just have this underlying
I don't know what's
want to
going on,
rant about Warner Brothers fuck ups and how they've run that
I
DCEU.
mean, I had like 3 good movies in the past fucking.
This will actually be a separate clip, by the way, Aaron.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Oh,
It'll definitely be a
you
separate clip.
ranting your head off.
Yo,
Fucking,
right, so just give me 1 second, right? Because this guy gave me a clue and he said, I'm feeling a bit isolated right now. There's your clue. Oh, this is Mark. You okay, Nitty Boo? You seem upset. This man is doing the distress. Superman versus 14-year-old anime girls.
Absolutely molding, like.
Well, he goes, well done.
You seem upset.
I'm not upset. I just like get my point across. Anyway, but yeah, Alex, go on.
Okay, let's hear Alex's point, and then we're moving on.
Let me see how you would
Ooh.
picture DC over a 10-year period.
Okay.
I don't know.
Exactly, right. That's why we wouldn't leave it to you to do. Right, moving on.
Yeah, neither to you.
I mean, I'd be able to keep people watching the movies. I don't know what you'd be doing. Like, there wouldn't be any movies to fucking watch if we put you in charge.